So here it is. Again, this is the 2012 BAJA XP 900, and we picked it up for a project we have coming up that we're going to be working on. And well, I don't know, you might see it over there. Now that we've got rid of all the trash and all the materials and stuff that piles up over there, you can now see the Volkswagen Bug body over there. That's a 1970 Volkswagen Bug. It's already been cut into a BAJA already, but we're going to take it a step further. We have the RZR. So yeah, we're going to get started on this. We've got a lot to do. We've got the mini bikes hanging out here too, but the mini bikes are going to be kind of put aside for the moment while we work on the RZR. The 900 engine blew up, as you can see. It's not there right now. That's why we got such a sweet deal on the frame and the drivetrain and everything else. In the pictures, I'll try to put a picture here of when we got it. When we picked it up from the seller, it had some of the plastics on it, the roll cage and all that, but we've since taken that stuff off. So this has all the drivetrain in it, the rear transmission differential. It's got all four-wheel disc brakes. It's got the four-wheel drive differential in the front. It's ready to go. It should be a nice project for the bug body. So yes, this has been done before, but now it's time to do it Willy style and really get it done. We're going to try to keep the tubs, try to keep as much of the RZR as we can. We'll need a different radiator. We have a different engine plan for it. We won't get into that detail yet, but yeah, we are going to use a different engine. So front differentials there. Like I said, the disc brakes, all the suspension's complete. Cooling system is complete, minus the engine. And we got the gas tank under the seat. It's probably going to stay there in that position. We have the shifter there. We've got a gate shifter we're going to put in. We've got a lot of stuff we're going to do. You know, we'll probably run these RZR seats for a while until we change out to something maybe more comfortable. Oh, these are pretty comfortable though. And we've got 5-point harnesses to go in here. It came with them. So yeah, this is going to be a good project. Looking forward. We've been planning to do this RZR swap in the Volkswagen for some time. And like I said, it's been done before several times. We're just going to do it our style, the Willy style, and or I should say the Willy way. And well, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. And there's a lot of work here to get done. So to do this swap, this 900, if we would have started with a 1000, it would have been about 11 inches longer, and it would have been the right wheelbase. This right now, the wheelbase is about 79 inches or so, roughly, and it's too short for the Volkswagen. So we need to get the 90 inches at least, 90, and then we can push the front wheels a couple more inches with different arms. We can even push the back ones with different arms when we replace them for the long travel and push them back. So we'll get the 90 inches, and we can do that by cutting it in half and extending the frame. So what we have in this box is the 1000 drive shaft, as you can see. So when we cut the frame in half, we'll be able to install the 1000 drive shaft, and that'll give us that roughly 11 inches that we need to get our wheelbase. Then we just have to reconstruct the frame accordingly, fill in the void of the frame, stiffen it back up, and we'll be at the right wheelbase. Should be pretty simple. I'm gonna cut it. Well, of course, all the tank will be out of it, but I'm gonna cut it right about this area across the frame, and we'll extend it right there. And we add about 11 inches in, and then we'll rebuild the frame everywhere we need to, and re-gusset the trailing arms and move the shock mounts and all this kind of stuff. We're going to cut this off up here. This is going to get modified to accommodate the engine we're going to use. And yeah, it's gonna be a lot of work. And of course, I'm gonna do my best to capture it in the video and show everything that we're doing. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and it's a great project. So that's the drive shaft we need to get the length we need. Down here in this box, we've got some gussets that go in to stiffen the frame, like right there, and they get welded in 100%. And there's several different kinds of gussets. There's a lot of little pieces that go in for the front suspension and stiffen up this area up here. I need to take all the plastics out to do the framework, and I don't want to burn them. So I don't want to burn them when we weld them, so I need to take all the plastics out. But before I do that, there's a frame piece that goes right here. See this nice little indentation? There's a frame piece that goes right there. And I'm going to go ahead and fit that now before we take the plastics off, so I know I'm in the right spot. And then I can remove all the plastics to get down to where I can cut the frame. There's one of those pieces on both sides, as you can see right there. We'll probably go ahead and remove all the cooling system so that we have full access to all this, because there's a lot of gussets and just strengthening pieces that go in here, little tiny pieces that get welded in all over the front. And right here, there's one that goes right here too. So that's our RZR XP900 project, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna take a long time. I'm gonna try to get the body modified and put over as soon as I can, because that kind of dictates where we build the roll cage and how we fill in. I want it to be weather tight, because we still want windows. It's going to be street legal, all this kind of stuff, and we're going to fill in the panels on the sides so that no water can get in there as much as possible, at least. I mentioned when we bought this 70 Volkswagen, I mentioned the roll cage. Well, when we bought the 70 Volkswagen, we also bought a class 11 6-point roll cage from Latest Rage, and it fits inside pretty good, you know, in different places. And of course we're going to make it fit over here. There's a lot of parts that are going to come off and some modification. I think the bars come up right in here somewhere, and then the back one on the C-pillar will probably come up from here. And yeah, that's all stuff that we're gonna have to figure out once we get the body on, and how we're gonna secure the body to the frame, and then we'll put the roll cage inside and cut it accordingly to figure out where it all ties in. And we're gonna have to put in an extra bar for the 5-point harness. We're probably gonna put in a bar across the front up here for the bug dash. I've got the bug dash right here, fiberglass piece, and it'll come in here across the front. We'll probably have to notch it a little bit to go around the grab handle and the steering. These are coming off. There's so much work. It's hard to talk about everything that we're gonna do here because I don't know. This is the first time we've done it, and just gonna play it by ear. You know, I'm just gonna put parts on that we get. When I get the body on, we're gonna measure. We're gonna square up the body, get the heights right. Yeah, there's just a lot to do, and well, I'm gonna bring you guys along for the journey of getting this done, and hopefully it doesn't take too long. It'd be nice if we have a 6-month or maybe 8-month to a year project by the time we're done. I think we can use a lot of the harness that comes with it. I will have to add parts to the harness because, of course, the Bug is going to have different lighting. We got to have a stereo, got to have a horn, we got to have turn signals. All that stuff's not included in the RZR, but we're going to have to add it. There are kits that we can buy that add that stuff to the RZR. That's not a problem. So I don't worry about that. And I don't know if you guys remember the 68 blue Bug. I have a video on the channel about that. And that Bug, I built it from basically like that, like an empty shell, including all the wiring and everything. So the wiring is no problem. I can handle it. What else? What else can we talk about? Oh, this is the fuel injection. that came with the razor for the 900, and I believe they use the same one for the 1000. And I'm thinking I can repurpose this fuel injection maybe for another car project. I don't want to name which one yet, but I'm thinking about stripping the harness out, removing all the fuel injection parts from the harness, wires, sensors, and just leaving the harness in for the wiring, putting a new fuse box, and taking out the fuse box for the harness for the fuel injection, and kind of separating everything and making a different harness. But I saved that fuel injection for another project. I think I can make it work. The computer's here, everything is here, of course, except the engine. So I can make my own custom manifold on the next project and then maybe use that fuel injection. I'm going to give it a shot. I think I really want to try it. I've never seen anything like that done before. I've seen people build their own throttle bodies, and I know there's some throttle bodies that you can buy to use, but, well, I think I can use these. And, well, enough said. I'm talking too much already. What do you think, right? It's going to be a good project, and I'm really excited to get started. I think, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and put these bars on now so I know where to go. And then we'll start gutting all the plastic out, putting it away, pulling the harness out, pulling the radiator tubes out, the hoses. And it's going to be fun. All right. So I went on the website, RT Pro UTV, to get their welding gusset kit instructions. They have the PDF there. And I just printed them out. And it tells me where to put all the gussets, and this is the one I'm going to install right here. This is in the front of the frame. There's a lot of parts that go everywhere, but my concern right now is this one in the front. So I'm going to go ahead and read the instructions, see if there's any dimensions, if there's anything I need to go by. If not, then I'm just going to go ahead and grind the paint and maybe grind them to where they fit a little better, tack them in, tap them with a hammer, and tack them in. We should be good to go. All right, so I'll try to zoom this in when I edit it. It looks like it goes in this position right here. It's already got the cuts to fit around the pipe, and looks like it fits right there. You want to make sure it's in opposition with the frame piece on the bottom, and of course the joint where all these pipes come together. You want that to be right there. That'll make it the strongest part. So it fits the same on both sides. I'm just going to take it out right now and grind some paint away, and then I can tack it in and call it a day once it's all tacked in. And then as long as I have it tacked in exactly where it's going to be, then I can, when I take the plastics out, we can weld it 100% and make it super strong. So I like the way it fits there. It's going to really help out. I was going to put a bar there anyway. There's an opening for it. And yeah, let's get this paint removed and get this thing put in there. I may have to use my smaller grinder. We always got the regular grinder. Need to change the blade though. It's damaged. Okay, now we got the grinder ready. This one's gonna be a tight fit, but we'll get it in here. This one's not so long. Now, let's see here. Here we go. It goes like that. I'm just going to get my hammer, kind of tap it into place, and yeah, we'll tack it in. And do that. Got a welder on. Now, where's my hood? Let's burn it in. There we go. That's all it needs. Now we'll do the other side. All right, so I got both these support bars tacked in where they go on both sides. That was the last thing I needed to do before I could take apart all the plastic. So now I say I set you up, do a little time lapse of getting all of this taken off. So over there on the washing machine, all my Ryobi batteries are dead. So we're gonna do this old school with hand tools, and I'll put you on time lapse and we'll get to this. All right. Thanks for stopping by and checking my videos. Give it a thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And always come back to DIYWILLY for your, I don't know, vehicle projects that I have coming up. And it's going to be a good time. And there's going to be a lot of learning in here. And yeah, see, I'm just rattling on. Anyway, thanks for stopping by and check out the videos. And I'll see you next time. Bye.